Looking at this old phone charger, you'd probably think it's completely useless. But in just a few simple steps, I'm going to turn it into a homemade antenna. And the surprising part is it might work better than you expect. Let's see the final result. First, I strip the end of this wire to expose the copper core inside. Then I twist the copper core into two separate branches to prepare for the connection step. Splitting it into two branches increases the contact area and makes the connection stronger. Next, I thread and twist the wire through the small hole in the charger plug pin. After that, I wrap the wire a few more turns around the plug pin to improve grip and make the connection more stable. Once everything is positioned correctly, I apply a layer of hot glue to hold the wire firmly on the charger body. This glue helps prevent the wire from moving or loosening during use. Next, I repeat the same process with the remaining blue wire. This wire will be connected to the other charger pin to complete the basic wiring system of the homemade antenna. Let me know where you are watching this video from. Don't forget to comment the country you are currently living in down below. I'm really curious to see which parts of the world my videos are being watched from. At this point, the first main connection of the antenna is complete. In the next step, I use sharp paper clips as connectors for the charger wires. These clips will act as contact points to transfer signals to the receiving system. First, I strip the remaining ends of the wires to expose the copper cores inside. Then, I connect one wire to a sharp paper clip and secure it firmly. I repeat the same process with the remaining red wire. At this point, the two basic signal connectors are complete. In the next step, I use a magnet as the signal receiving component of the antenna. The magnet will act as the central support to hold the receiving parts in place. First, I use hot glue to fix the magnet onto the surface of a small wooden piece. Next, I apply more hot glue to fix the two wire ends, which are the sharp paper clips, onto the magnet. This creates two stable signal receiving contact points. After that, I attach the charger body onto the magnet to complete the main structure of the antenna. In the next step, I use an electrical plug as the connection plug for the antenna. First, I disassemble the plug to prepare for wiring. Here, I have a phone charging cable, and I'm going to reuse it as the connection wire for the antenna. I connect the two wires of a charging cable to the two metal terminals inside the plug. After completing the connections, I reassemble the plug casing back into its original form. After that, I connect this charging cable to the charger that has been modified into the antenna. Next, I use this long signal cable as the connection wire between the antenna and the TV. First, I strip the insulation from one end of the cable to create a connector. This exposes the copper core inside and prepares it for the next assembly step. After that, I connect this end to a TV connector jack. This jack allows the cable to connect directly to the signal port of the TV. Next, I use a female plug as the connector between the signal cable and the antenna. First, I disassemble the female plug to prepare it for wiring. For the other end of the signal cable, I also create a connector by stripping away the outer insulation to expose the inner wire core. Then, I connect the two wires of the signal cable to the two metal terminals inside the female plug. I tighten the screws to keep the connection secure and stable. After completing the wiring, I reassemble the plug back into its original form. Next, I wrap electrical tape around the connection to make it stronger and protect the contact point. To keep the whole system cleaner and more organized, I apply some hot glue and fix the antenna plug firmly onto the wooden base. Finally, I connect the antenna plug to the signal cable plug to complete the entire system. At this point, the homemade antenna made from an old phone charger is officially finished and ready for real-world testing. First, I'll switch to a TV channel to check the signal reception without connecting the antenna. As you can see, without the antenna connected, the TV only displays the message, no signal. Next, I'll connect the DIY antenna to the signal input on the back of the TV for the actual test. And here is the result. Almost immediately after connecting the antenna, the TV channels begin to appear. The picture is clear, the colors remain stable, and there are no continuous signal interruptions. To make the test more convincing, I'll perform one more experiment. I disconnect the antenna from the TV and observe the signal changes. As soon as the antenna is unplugged, the screen instantly returns to the no signal message. All channels disappear, confirming that the signal truly came from this homemade antenna. Now, I'll reconnect the antenna once again. As you can see, within just a few seconds, the channels reappear and continue working normally. And as you can see, this DIY project has worked successfully. Using only old components that seemed useless, we were still able to create something practical and functional. It shows that with a little creativity and patience, discarded items can still have a second life. If you enjoyed this project or found it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. That support motivates me to continue creating more creative DIY projects in the future. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.